I saw that as having great potential for really understanding how people engage. And we've created a product from that called Engagement Intelligence, where clients are able to drill down into all of those interactions and really understand what to expect if they repeat the same thing. So you can get very, very precise with that.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Electric Guitar CEO John Regan. John, very good to speak with you. And there's been some exciting developments at 3Radical. It deployed its Voco platform with near-field communication technology at the Grand Designs Live event in Birmingham this month. So another milestone for the platform.
Yes, it is. I mean, this is actually a development of the technology that we developed with Jewson, and the key here is that businesses are very, very keen to talk to people in a face-to-face experience, and also to talk to them online digitally, and to know that they're talking to the same person. And that's what this type of technology enables. Because when people are in store, or in this case at an exhibition, on an exhibition stand, what they can do very easily now is launch a 3Radical experience which captures their data. So on that side of things, if you're not familiar with NFC technology, it's the technology that allows you to use things like Apple Pay and Google Pay, where you just tap and your card appears. And this is exactly the same. There is a place for people to tap, and immediately a 3Radical experience appears. And it offers people, in that case, we know people are going to be busy and a bit distracted. So we've made it really, really simple. What it says is spin the wheel and win a prize. And typically, that's a discount from one of the home decor products. And what we ask in return, of course, is we need email address and permission to email them, and a couple of questions so that we can send them the relevant voucher code for that offer. But what that means for home decor is that then it's a very, very easy and interactive and engaging way of collecting information on people at the stand, which means it can go in a database and they can communicate with them later and follow up on whatever it was that they were talking about at the exhibition. So we've kind of moved from the past, where you had salespeople frantically writing stuff down on a pad and then getting that into a database, and then there might be some follow-up or there might not be, to a situation where now they can do that electronically. And actually you can even make that follow-up automated, because we can feed it straight into a CRM system which could send out an automated email immediately in that case. So it's a great development for us, because that means now that we're able to link to other advertising campaigns which are much more physical, much more out of doors. We hope soon to be able to do that with a QR code on a poster, on TV advertising, and all sorts of things there. So we're really expanding our product portfolio with that relatively straightforward piece of technology.
John, I also spotted on LinkedIn that you've announced that 3Radical can be integrated into the MasterCard Session M loyalty platform. Tell us more about the relationship there.
Yes, Stephen. I didn't quite expect that, but yes. So we have in the past, MasterCard have been very careful and reticent to allow us to publicize our relationship with them. We have had an existing relationship with them in APAC, where they have been reselling our product to their clients. So if you think about what a MasterCard client is, it's a bank or a football club or any of those clients where you see that they have the MasterCard logo. Those are MasterCard clients, and MasterCard help them market the use of the MasterCard. And one of the things that they've been using to help them do that is 3Radical gamification. And we've been doing that in APAC, and that relationship has been going very, very well. But what we have now agreed with them is that we will also form a relationship with their office in Boston, and that's with global clients. What we've now done is integrated into their technology platform, a platform called Session M, which is a CRM platform. It allows MasterCard clients to upload customer data and promote loyalty offers to their clients to get them to engage with the MasterCard. We've integrated the 3Radical gamification platform, which we call Voco, there, so that those clients can very easily deploy that gamification. So it's a real benefit for those MasterCard clients. And also what we're talking about too is I talked to you I think very early on when we just acquired 3Radical, which actually was only 4 months ago, but we had identified there that they had a data asset, as I termed it, some data which has gone across all of the data, in fact, which has gone across the 3Radical gamification platform, has been stored and anonymized. And I saw that as having great potential for really understanding how people engage. And we've created a product from that called Engagement Intelligence, where clients are able to drill down into all of those interactions and really understand what to expect if they repeat the same thing. So you can get very, very precise with that. because there's over 1 billion data points on there, which means, there's a lot of people. It means you can turn around and say, okay, fine, if I deployed a particular type of engagement, at 2 a.m. on a Thursday, what sort of result should I be expecting? And they can really drill down into that. So we haven't really talked about that product before because it's very, very early stage. But SessionM are also working with us to integrate that product with them as well. So that's very exciting because it gives us quite a USP in that marketplace. But I mean, the one thing I would say, I've talked quite a bit about this, but they have asked us to keep this very, very low key because they are MasterCard and they like to protect their brand. So we are pushing this and talking to clients about it, but not shouting very, very loud. So there's not much more I can say about what we're doing there.
I mean, it sounds like a great brand to be associated with, John, and I hope we will speak about the progress with that a little bit later.
Well, I think, I have to respect what we have agreed, which is that we are going to keep a lot of this very much under our hat. But it's a relationship that we're very pleased to have, and very pleased that MasterCard and SessionM have agreed to expand it with us.
John, thank you very much for the update today.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
That's Electric Guitar CEO John Regan.